Hello, how are you? In today's vlog, I am going to show you what I'm doing in terms of like just planning how my studio is going to look. I know what things are going to go in there because I know what I want, but I don't know how it's going to look altogether and how the space is going to work, and I find it really hard. So what I'm going to do is create a to-scale plan with like physical bits of paper to represent the different furniture, just so that I can play around with layouts and see just how it looks and how much space I've got left. I have already made this, which is like the to-scale, can you see it? To-scale map of my studio room. So it has like the door over here and radiators and windows, so that this is going to be the base. And right now I'm just mapping out what each furniture is going to look like. I'm halfway through. I've still got a few more bits to do, and then I am going to start cutting them out. I have now drawn out all the furniture. I think this is all. I'm hoping this is all. I have no idea how this is going to fit into the studio space map thing that I've created. But first I need to cut them out, and I'm going to just outline them with a Sharpie around the edges so that it's easier to see what's what. And then, yeah, we'll see how they fit. Oh, I forgot to add, right, the reason why this is a little bit stressful is because I've already bought all the furniture that are on this thing. So if it doesn't fit, I'm gonna be slightly struggling. It technically should fit because I did a quick calculation where I drew on a page, not the scale, and did the sums, and it seemed to be okay. But this is like gonna be the real test of whether everything's gonna fit or not.
Or write me a poem for you, for you. All the things I wanna do for you. Hungry, hungry.
I cut out all the pieces. There's a ton of them. I just want to outline them with a Sharpie to make it stand out more. But while I do this, I can talk to you guys about my aspirations for this studio. So I'm just going to move the camera up slightly so that you can see my face. Hello, how are you? Right, so my aspiration with my Sharpie with this studio is I want to resolve all the pain points, I call them, that I have with this studio. So with this studio, it's a bedroom. It's one of our bedrooms in this flat, and because it's a furnished apartment, I've kind of had to make do with, this is what I mean by just outlining, with the furniture that came with the flat. So there's like a bookcase here, and it's just literally squeezing everything in that I can into this place and trying to make it work. And so there's a lot of jigsaw puzzle. The studio wasn't planned. It just kind of morphed into a studio over time, and I'd buy things as I need them rather than plan from the beginning. Whereas with this one, I'm hoping that, what am I hoping? I'm hoping that because I get to plan everything from scratch straight away, that it's not gonna have as many, pain points as this studio has. And also because it's so much bigger, I can put way more storage in, so I don't have to have everything like all over the place, which will be really nice. And I would love to start a archive bookcase of all my test sheets, because right now, because the studio is so small, sorry, fly flew into my face, I've had to get rid of older test sheets just to make space for new test sheets, and that obviously kind of breaks my heart. And I wish I hadn't needed to do that, because there's scans out there that I'm like, I know how to use my scanner better now and edit better so that it's more to real. But obviously, because I don't have that test sheet or some of it anymore, I can't do it, you know. It's just got to stay the way it is. So I'm hoping like a really good filing system of all the test sheets and the swatches I do. Little squares. I hope you can see all this. This is the rough idea, and I just need to decide on some final points. So I'm gonna have bookcases here like this. So I'm gonna have like 2 alcoves of books. This is the door as you come in, and so yeah, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tall bookcases here, and then a kallax for like display purposes. I can't decide whether to like put the desks, the bookcases like this, so that it takes up a little bit less space, or for the sake of 50 centimeters in a really long room. I think I can get away with this instead. Feminine desk is going to be here. Print station is going to be here. I'm going to have a drying rack here, and then cutting table here, and then probably like this. So like a Billy short bookcase here. Slightly annoying that there's a radiator here, and I'm also really concerned about this S-shaped that I don't really like. Originally I was gonna just have it like this, with like a bookcase here and a bookcase here. However, then I realized like I don't like having my back to a huge room. I would much rather be like in a corner here somewhere and be able to look into the room. The whole point of making the studio look nice is so that I can appreciate it. And like here I can kind of see it working ish. I still have to walk around. I didn't comprehend how big this desk was going to be in the room. This desk is huge, and I definitely need 2 bookcases around this desk, because that's where I'm gonna have like all my brushes on top and things, and definitely need 2 bookcases. So this is the problem area for me. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Hey there, it is the next day, and it's actually the afternoon because I just crashed out this morning. I was just so tired. I couldn't move a muscle and I couldn't get on with work. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to rest. And that's happening a lot at the moment, partly because of the depression and partly because of just physical toll it takes to build your own kitchen and paint your own rooms and stuff, especially when you are a spooner and you got chronic illnesses to combat. I know like on last vlog, it was like a whole day of just getting things done, and it looked like I got loads of things done, and I did. I got so much done, probably because I was vlogging, and that really helped, because I was like, oh, I need to have things to show you guys. But I crashed out for like 3 days after that video. I couldn't do anything else. I got on was painting the bedroom on the weekend, and that was it. In between I would be like lying down on the ground and things. It wasn't fun, and I'm definitely hitting a wall with my physical tiredness. I have yesterday afternoon I was really tired as well, so I just sat in bed and worked on the plan, and it looks like this now, and I've taped it all down because I'm really happy with it. But I will show you and talk through in detail of what this is. I went through so many different versions of this layout, but I'm really happy with it. So let me show you guys. This is the new layout. The door from the hallway is here, so you come in here. We have 2 radiators here. That's heaters for people who don't have radiators in their countries. And then I have big French windows that go to nowhere because it's a Juliet balcony, but I have windows here. I went through so many different variations and none of them working, and I kept taking photos and sending them to Eva, and I'm like, I can't make this work. And she was a genius, and she just suggested, hey, wouldn't you want your drying rack to be next to a radiator so that it dries quick? I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. So I took everything off the board and just started working with putting the drying rack next to this radiator. I tried it over here, didn't work, so I tried it over here, and then everything else kind of fell into place. There was a few wiggles that I had to do to make it work, but I think this works really well. So let me talk you through it. We have the drying rack here next to the heater. Next to that we have the printing station. Next to that we have the cutting table, and these 2 being next to each other, which wasn't something I was planning on before, but it really works because this is the print station. It's going to have my printers, but it's also going to have all my papers. So it really makes sense to have the cutting table right next to the print station, so I'm really happy about that. Then I have the filming desk with 2 bookcases next to each other so that I can put lights and cameras on it. And there's little gaps here because all the desks are, what did you call it, like height adjustable in some way. Some of them are going to be manual, like the filming desk, because it's cheaper. The cutting table is the one that I have right now, like that I'm filming this on, and the work desk is going to be a new one, but they're all height adjustables. And especially with connecting camera arms and light arms to these bookcases, I just need a little bit of a gap to make sure that I can still raise the desk up and down if I need to. Then I have my work desk here, and one of the things was like I really didn't want to have my back to the window, and this was the one place that kind of made sense in the end, was to have my work desk here, so I'll sit here and face this way. Then I have 4 short bookcases, which is way more than what I was going to have at the beginning, around my table, which is brilliant because I can store things like brushes and palettes on top here, as well as other tools and art supplies that I actually do need. And then I had to play around with all the tall bookcases. I was trying to just move what was here over here, and it wasn't working. But when I made this all just the narrow or the shallower ones, it kind of works. So I'm going to have 3 bookcases here facing towards each other, and this is where I'm going to store the not so pretty things out, like towers of packaging and stuff like that. And then this bookcase is going to be my yarn stash, and then I'll have these 2 tall ones as well facing towards here. These 2 will be for like more pretty stuff like paints and I don't know, whatever I need to have, maybe the dot cards here or maybe the dot cards here. I'm not quite sure yet of how it's going to work out around the bookcases because it's different layout now. But I'm thinking of having all my paints on this bookcase so that when I'm filming from here, you guys get to see the pretty bookcases. And then maybe, or I'm not sure about this one yet. And then the dot cards here, then packaging here, and then the yarn. Yeah. And that left the two deep billies because of the dimensions here, and I've put them here as well as a Kallax bookcase that I've got, and that creates a really nice seating area over here. I always wanted a cute little seating area for the two of us to just chill in when we're having breaks and stuff, and that works so much better like this, because so these are all going to be the same height, so they're going to work a little bit like a kitchen island kind of feel. And then I'm going to put nice wallpapers behind these bookcases, and the Kallax is going to have my nicest art books, and probably a seat here with a little footstool and a little table, and then another seat here, so, or like two seats here. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out yet, but it's the seating I can totally work out once this is actually built and set up. So that is it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I'm planning out the studio. I hope it was useful for other people who are going to be maybe making their own studio, and what kind of things you might want to think about and how to go about planning it. Definitely recommend, if you have lots of furniture to fit in, definitely recommend creating a 2-scale map and just playing around with it, because that's going to save you so much stress. I think next week's vlog, if I make one, if I'm not like dying by then, I'm gonna try and make a studio tour of my current studio. However, as you can see, it's a whole mess at the moment, because as I told you in the last video, that this is all just stuff waiting to go into this flat once we come out. And I've also been buying so much stuff as if I'm already moved into the other studio. So it is a mess, and I just want to warn you guys right now that it is going to be a mess, and I will warn you guys again at the beginning of the vlog. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will speak to you guys in the next vlog. Bye!